Big Boy
Big
Neighborhood,
Boy.
ladies and gentlemen, I suppose it's Amber Rose.
Hey.
Amber Rose in the
Yes.
neighborhood. Welcome back home, Amber.
Man, I always feel like I'm home when I'm here.
Patriotic and everything.
You know, it's United Sluts of America.
Hello, United Sluts of America.
Yeah.
And, and I don't know where to start. We're going to start anywhere,
Okay,
and hopefully
yeah.
we just end at the end. But, okay, now, when you say United Sluts of America, you've been really with the women, with the slut walks.
Always
With so,
vocal.
yeah. Like, why do people still look at that word and not understand what you mean by it? Or why do people put so much so-called different kind of energy when you say slut?
Well, I feel like it's like generations of, like our grandparents and our parents, like teaching us in society, teaching us that, a slut is just a woman. Like a guy cannot be a slut at all. Even if he does have a million sexual partners, he can't ever be referred to as a slut. And so, for me, it's like, I take back the word and I just own it because I never, I'll never let anyone hurt me with those derogatory labels. And so, and then I made like a whole, movement out of it. So.
And you know what, dude? I think that anyone just being closer to SlutWalk, I think that the most negativity that I think that you would get out of SlutWalk is someone that never went. Now,
Right.
if you can go and spend the day at a SlutWalk and then walk away and still say the same thing, or even walk away and say, that was the sluttiest, craziest, then okay, validate it to your own validation.
Right.
But most of the time when you get people that say the craziest stuff, I don't think that they really went.
Well, they don't. I mean, they're just judgmental and they don't even look into it. They do absolutely no research and they just want to point the finger.
It's like the review is written the night before.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? They just wake up
exactly.
and push in.
Exactly. And so, like I fight against those things and I kind of just throw it in people's faces so they can ask about it and then I can educate them.
I heard that. It seems like, and I mean, you're cut out for it. It just seems like a lot of work.
It is.
And for real, Amber,
It
some
never
people
ends.
aren't up for a fight.
Yeah.
It's just like, okay, I'll just
people
roll
aren't
with
willing
it.
to take it on.
Yeah, exactly. But they're not ready to
Tough
take it
task.
on. Why do you
Yeah.
take it on?
I've been taking the punches for almost 4 years now. I don't know. I'm a tough girl when it comes to that. It's my passion. So it's something that I love to do every day. And so I don't know. I'm just meant to do it. Like it's just easy for me.
How empowered have you been by just stories? Like stories that you wish, like, man, I wish people could have just heard this. Like,
I mean,
how often do you hear that?
Constantly. And there's a lot of celebrity women that call me. There's a lot of people that I know and they're like, hey, can you just talk to my cousin? And, so I'm on the phone a lot just talking to people and trying to like help them through things. But like I said, it's just, it's just my passion. I don't feel obligated. I don't feel like it's too much work. I just feel like it's my life's work. Like this is what I do.
And the whole love who you are, love the skin you're in, love your body. Like I remember I put you in contact with one girl. She was like, this was the first time I ever wore like
The shirt.
a shirt
yeah.
where it kind of like showed my stomach, and she was beautiful, plus size. And I was like, dude, I said, I got to get this message to Amber as well. And
Yeah.
I know you hear them, but it's not like you like, oh boy, Big, I heard that before. It's like every time you hear it, it's always special.
But that's SlutWalk though. That's why I wanted to create a safe place for women like her to come
Yeah, man.
and not be judged and be like, you know what, you can wear that crop top, you can have your belly out and just know that we support you and we think you're beautiful and we love you, And so that's why I get so happy when SlutWalk comes around because, it's kind of similar to Halloween where you can kind of be whoever you want to be that day.
And not be judged by it.
Yeah, and just kind of do your own thing.
Can you imagine if you were just free like that
every
every
day?
day?
Yeah.
And I mean in anything that we do.
Yeah.
If you were just like, man, I look at my social, there's nothing there. Nobody's sneering
Yeah.
at me. They're like, can you imagine that?
Yeah. That would be awesome.
Amber came in bearing gifts. We're going to get to that too.
Yes.
You should just throw it out on the floor and let us fight over it.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? Amber, while you're here, I'm going to start at the beginning.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I do want to ask about just something that recently went on. We saw your beautiful son, Sebastian, Lil
Yeah.
Bash. He had gotten
He was
some
on Good
tickets.
Morning America this morning.
Really?
He was on.
Look
Hey,
at him.
do you know how many people in here was like, man, can Bash come here? I'm like, man,
I want to meet him.
can Bash do the interview?
He'll be up here dancing, doing all kinds of stuff.
Man, but you shared what I thought, and not just as a parent, I mean just as a human being. You shared what I thought was a beautiful video
Yeah.
of your
cute.
son that loved Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift sending him a beautiful package with tickets and everything, and you can see this excitement in an innocent child.
Right.
Did you go? Were you about
I
to
was
say
just gonna
something?
say, I
like that?
loved how excited he was for the letter. She's like, she sent me a letter. It
Yeah.
says AMBER. Amber, that's mommy.
He's an old soul,
The
my
cutest
baby.
thing about that letter.
So then we fast forward, and people have negative things to say off of a 5-year-old. Is Bash like 5 now?
He just turned 5, February 21st.
5-year-old
Baby.
Pisces. Hello.
Hello.
You know, but a 5-year-old, and people found the most craziest things to say about that moment.
Yeah.
You as a human being, as a parent, and as the mother of Sebastian, what did you feel when you saw that?
Well, I just put it like this. You can say whatever you want about me. I'll sleep like a baby at night. I swear to God, I can literally give a shit. But when you talk about my son, an innocent baby that's 5 years old, right? It comes from, especially a lot of guys that are like hyper masculine, where it's like, he doesn't need to like Taylor Swift. He needs to play basketball. My son doesn't like basketball. He likes Taylor Swift. That's what he likes. And I'm going to encourage him to like what he likes and be passionate about what he wants to be passionate about. I'm never going to say, honey, you can't play with that toy because it's pink and that's for girls.
Yes.
I'm never going to say that. I'm be like, play with it. Figure it out. Figure out what you like in your life. And then go with it. I always played sports. I was the opposite. I was playing wall ball with the boys, back in Philly, and stickball and stuff like that. Nobody said like she's going to be gay. She's going to be a lesbian when she
Right.
gets older. It was just like, oh, that's cool. A girl playing with like boys and sports and stuff. But for a boy to like, a girl pop star, they were calling my son gay. And obviously he doesn't even know what his sexuality is at 5 years old. And he's so innocent, and I keep him that way. Like, I let him be exactly who he is.
How quick did you want to go and
I
pop
wanted
back?
to kill everybody.
Yes.
I love that you brought up though that this is why we see kids
Yes.
as young as 7, 8 years old killing themselves because
Yeah.
of bullying online, and just because just because you think it's Amber Rose and that she's a celebrity that her son is immune to anything like that and that you have the guts to go after a 5-year-old. But I really liked that you brought that up because it's true. That's what's going on in society now.
Yeah, it's just really sad. I mean,
It's disgusting.
and I also feel bad for the other kids that have to have those people as parents.
Yeah,
because
and you know what's a trip? Like my kids are now. My daughter's 9, and my son is 10, and they have Instagram. And of course, you watch what's going on. But there's time. Like, we just had to have this talk with my kids last night, my wife and I. Like, you may see something, because who daddy is or whatever. You may see something. Don't let this validate who you are.
Right.
Don't get sad. Tell mom. But it's crazy because you'll click on some of these people, and I don't go through comments. I don't look at none of that. And like I say, dude, that's why I tell people too, I'm gonna sleep tonight. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
I'm gonna sleep tonight. But I'll see where you'll go, and it's the people that talk the most garbage are always private.
right,
You know what I'm saying?
One follower.
Yeah.
like
No
And-
picture on the
post.
Or
profile.
it'll be somebody up there like, loving God. And I'm like, what are
Right.
you talking about?
Always
That's the
put God
worst.
first.
I
It's-
love my family. Oh,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, strong unit. And I'm like, really?
You lying.
after I did so Sebastian's dad is in Brazil right now. He's on tour, and I call him after that, and I'm like, Cam, his real name's Cameron. I'm like, Cam, I really want to talk to you because I think maybe we should just stop posting Sebastian. Like, it makes me so angry. And he was like, Amber, we can talk about it. You know, I'll do whatever you want to do. Like, it's cool. But just know that he brings so much joy and happiness to people that all those little trolls, they don't matter because he makes so many other people so happy when they watch his videos.
Dude, and I couldn't watch that video and not smile.
Right?
You know what I'm
love
saying?
seeing videos of him.
And then I do want to ask you that, where people think like, oh, well, you're a celebrity. This comes with being a celebrity. This comes with you. Like, what do you feel about people that say, well, if you don't want it up, don't post your child?
I mean, I guess they're right in a way.
Nah. Yeah,
I guess they're right in a way because I'm, you know, when Bash was about a year old, I asked the whole family to not post him anymore. And, you know, Wiz's side didn't really listen to me. And then, you know, they kept posting him and stuff like that. And I got frustrated because I didn't post my son for like 6 months. And what I would get was, you're a horrible mother. You're never with your son.
See?
You know, Wiz's side of the
You'll never be
family
right.
posts him all the time. You're obviously never with your baby because you don't post him. So it's like, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. They're going to talk shit about you either way. And so when I felt like I lost that fight, I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to put my baby back out there, and because I'm proud of him. And you know, Big Boy, my son just got into the most prestigious private school in Los Angeles. And let me tell you something about this school. They don't give a motherfuck if you got money or not. They don't care. I know people that have more money than me and Wiz, and their children did not get into that school.
I know what school you're talking about. I went there.
Good
I
job,
did.
bitch. Aw, this guy.
Yeah.
But my son is special. You know, my
That's
son, it
awesome.
was a college-like application. He had his own interview. I mean, it wasn't, you know, and so he's so smart and so creative and so special. And it's just like, you know, I listened to Wiz and he made me feel better. And he also, you know, Sebastian's dad is doing like Thai, whatever. And he was like, I'm going to teach Sebastian how to defend himself.
Get him in.
And let a motherfucker come and talk shit to Sebastian, you know, and he's gonna be able to react.
Get him in. And that's what my kids too. I'm like, man, I don't want my kids to be offensive, but they defense is immaculate.
Right.
Amber, I'm not going to tap dance with you at all today.
Okay.
All righty now.
You know I always keep it real.
Hello. Single?
Am I single?
Yes.
You know, Big Boy, to be in a relationship in general is very difficult. To be famous and in a relationship is even more difficult because you have like teams and people and everybody feeding y'all both stuff. And then you wind up arguing about things that like you wouldn't usually argue about as a normal person. But I love him. Like I really love him. I miss him. I think about him every day. But to say that I'm single, I can't say that I'm single because in my heart I still love him.
Right.
So for
the
me
attachment too.
For me to say that I'm single means I want to go out and find something else. Like I'm ready to mingle, and I'm not. My heart is still with him. So, you know, I mean, hopefully we can work it out. But if we can't, the love is still there. So, you know, we'll hopefully be able to be friends.
Does anything, and not just with your people, 21's people, is it also just harder to have a relationship when everybody knows about it?
Right.
Like people can know Big Boy, but they don't really know Veronica. You know what I'm saying? It's like you have your fan base. 21 Savage has his fan base. Everybody has a butthole and an opinion. Is it harder to be in a relationship when you have that many different voices as well?
It is, you know, and then, you know, it's like fucked up because you want to be with someone that relates to you and understands you. And when you guys go out, it's like you guys both get that reaction from people. You both have fans. And so you don't have to feel embarrassed. Like, I'm sorry, it's like this. You know, you guys understand each other. But like I said, you know, sometimes, like if you make a mistake as a celebrity or something looks like something else, people will blow it out of proportion. If you're just a normal person, you wouldn't argue about those things.
Right,
you know what I mean?
right.
But because it's so magnified as celebrities, it just makes relationships more difficult.
Can I ask you if you're saying one day and I still love him, why can't it be so-called just as easy to to get back together or to work on it? Have you guys been there before? And it's like we've been there.
Well, it's just so fresh. Like it just, it's just we're kind of just having like a really like a rough patch, I guess you would say, right now, and it's still very fresh, and so that's why like I can never sit up here and say that I'm single because I don't feel single because I was just with him and I still love him. Like I just.
Do y'all still talk?
A little bit.
And like, say for instance, if Ida has a situation with her guy, right? And then she's upset. We in the neighborhood, she's like, oh, I'm not messing with him, so on and so forth. But then a week later, it's like, oh, we talked about it, we're fine. And they're back together.
Well, I mean, this is the thing.
Hard.
When you're a celebrity, right? And somebody gets like a little piece of information, everybody, like, it's like I woke up one morning and it was like TMZ, like everybody's like calling me and like, are y'all together? Are y'all not together? And it's like, damn, let me work shit out with my man. Like, let me figure it out. It just happened. Like, it's like, let us work on things. And that also makes it difficult to get back together because then it's like 21 Savage was singing a song calling Amber, a hoe and she ain't shit. When really he was rapping something before, but they put two and two together. So then I'm in my feelings, my team is in their feelings, and
reacting.
and then it's like it wasn't even about me, and vice versa. Just the internet just makes up a whole bunch of shit, and it makes a relationship more difficult. Like it's almost better that we don't follow each other and we just kind of work on us, whatever that will be. Just work on us and like kind of just get the internet and all the people just out of our business.
All right.
Because our kids love each other as well. Like our sons play together. They're 19 days apart.
Oh, wow.
And so my baby asks for his son literally every day. He's like, I want to go to Atlanta. I want to play with Kamari. And it's just like we involved our children as well. So
when if it were to be a moment where you guys do get back together, do you think that there might be an adjustment when it comes to social media, when it comes to posting up photos together? Because we always see that like, oh, so and so unfollowed and then they took off all the photos, and sometimes that's therapeutic for us. Like, I don't want to see it, out of sight, out of mind, kind of thing. Do you think you might make that adjustment next time?
I'm a lover, man. When I love so hard and I give like 150%. And so like, I can't sit there and say like, I don't want to show off somebody that I really love and care about. If we have great moments together, I might want to share that on my social media. But I love him, y'all. I really love him.
Do you have any of his old drawers at the house?
I be sniffing. I still sniff them. Like, I was just sniffing them before I got here. I was like, damn, I miss this motherfucker. I miss him so much.
Amber,
do you laid in there like,
do you get them
21.
fresh?
She's putting him on the
fresh
pillows.
straws.
Yeah, and these of course are worn underwear. It's like it's not like
y'all gotta chill.
but this isn't like out the laundry.
I believe
it's
if you don't love the smell of your man's private area, you don't really love him. I'm sorry.
There
like,
it is.
dang, that's just such a beautiful smell.
Can you say that to the camera to my wife? Because I love to smell her. I love my wife's baby. Come on now. Hello.
That's real
You know
love.
what I'm saying? I wish they put it in the bottle. I could rub it on my ears and under my nose.
Right.
For real talk.
Yeah, I
Y'all
got
stick
one little pair of drawers
Hey.
left.
Amber Rose, and I don't want to change up anything that you said. Just a lot of the things that's going down with Me Too, and Me Too is such a strong movement.
Yes, it
but
is.
you've been speaking without saying Me Too. You've had phrases or different words, but the same meaning, and this, So, what do you feel about? Because I heard you say something just about Me Too. Like this has been going on, and we are a part of this Me Too. It's us and we.
Right. Well, it came out and that most of the headlines were like Amber bashes Me Too, the Me Too movement. And that's not the case at all. I believe whether you're rich or poor, black or white, you deserve justice. So they kind of took my words and said that, rich white women or like Hollywood starlets are the only reason why people are talking about it. Which is true. I guess my whole point of saying all that is that a black woman started the Me Too movement, and no one really gave a shit until a white woman stood up and said something. And I feel like it's always like that when it comes to like minorities or like different type of, groups like sex workers, like strippers, just black women in general. It always takes a white person to step up and say something. And, I was talking about Monique as well. Like, Monique is really saying a lot of things about the industry, how black women don't get paid as much as white women do. She only got $50,000 for Precious, which is...
Damn.
Which is sad. And I said, unfortunately, it's probably going to take a really famous white actress to come up and say, you know what? Black women should get paid the same amount as we do in order for it to be changed.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not that these women don't deserve justice in the Me Too movement. It's just very frustrating that it always has to take, someone that's white to come out and actually bring awareness to it.
Like Cardi B was saying too, she made a really great point where she said that the Me Too movement needs to really be in the hip hop community as well, because you have girls who are in videos and they want to be on the covers of magazines, and these guys will say like, okay, you want to be on the cover, they pull out their dick, and then all of a sudden it's like, well, you deserve that because look at what you do. You're a video vixen, or you are
casting to be the first one. You know what I'm saying? And it seems like it's even more so accepted. Like it doesn't even fall under the same umbrella. So
right.
I mean, of course, it's a lot of work that we gotta continue to do, and somebody gotta continue to be vocal about it. And it seems like the ones that's always vocal, it's like they rather put you or put someone against, as opposed to saying, no, we're talking about the same thing.
Right.
It's just that now when I say something, you're saying, oh well, I'm saying rich white women. I'm saying they're like, no, we're all.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're trying to make
hit.
it seem like that's a problem. It's not. It's obviously the rich Hollywood starlets also need their justice as well. So I'm never trying to take that away from any woman, regardless of who you are. It's just that, like I said, with Monique, I just feel like, somebody's going to do exactly what she's doing now, and they're going to put her to the side, and she's going to be like, damn, I really was talking about this for like so long. That. And like nobody wanted to listen to me because they don't respect my opinion about what's going on, but they respect this woman's opinion over here when I literally said the same thing.
Amber Rose, Blac Chyna, your homegirl.
Yeah.
All righty now. And I want to I want to ask Blac Chyna these questions, but she ain't in the neighborhood right now. And
she
Chyna
ain't gonna come either.
But you know what though? But that's my girl too though. You know what I'm saying? That's my girl too.
I will answer all your questions on Chyna's behalf.
All righty now. Blac Chyna and YBN Almighty J.
Yeah.
All righty. When you saw that this relationship, or when was there ever any talk like, girl, I'm feeling him, like, what was that conversation when you found it? Because Almighty J, he was
like 18.
What was the conversation with your
y'all
homegirl?
know me, so I'm going to be like, girl, guys do it all the time. They
okay.
girls all the time.
That's
girl,
true.
live your best life. Have fun. Like, she should.
But there's never like couldn't he have been 21 just to make sure that
21.
he gets into the club or like gets into like...
She don't care. She don't care. She's living her best life right now. Let me tell you something. Chyna is a hustler. She has 2 beautiful children. She has her own money, her own cars, her own career. She ain't worried about what nobody says. She's having fun with him, and she's just living her best life.
Does it always feel like there's like you ladies are always on some kind of defensive?
I mean, yeah, but that's only because we're unapologetic.
I hear you.
We live our lives the way we want to. We don't live it for other people.
And it's crazy that people have a problem with that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Look at her all happy, setting her ways.
Right.
And all sure of herself. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Doing what she want to do over there.
Exactly.
But let me tell you this. Now, if I have a homeboy that's 29, 30, right? And there's a female that's 18, I still would be like, Man.
I mean, isn't Scott Disick is with a 19-year-old?
yes.
Well, that's
so
my homeboy.
disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
I
it's
think that's gross.
Yeah, and Scott, y'all said
old.
that.
I just personally I think that he's too old for her. I think that
How
I
old
don't.
is Scott? Like 34, 35?
I'll tell you
I
right
think
now.
I think
I was
so.
19 and I dated a 36-year-old when I was 19.
He's
How was
34.
that? He didn't act like he was like your father's. I feel like
Nah, it was cool. I learned a lot from him.
Hello.
It's like, hey.
She's like, no.
Scott
Damn,
Disick is
good.
34 and Sophia is 19. So that's a pretty. I mean, that's a pretty
huge
big
age gap.
age gap. Again, like I dated when I was 18, I dated a 39-year-old, and it did get to the point where everything I was like, oh, I want to try this because again, I'm like young and I haven't tried it. No, you don't want to do that because of this, and that. And I'm like, can I just
He
do
lived
that?
it already.
Like, let me crash the car myself,
different
though.
pages.
You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? But you and 21, y'all were like 9 years, 10 years.
Yeah,
all
we're
right?
9 years
good age.
apart.
Yeah, but that's the same age.
I feel like that's
What are you talking about? You just talking about
because
once
he's
you get
25.
older, huh?
Yeah.
Once you get older, it's a little different.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Go
he's
ahead now.
25 and I'm 34.
Yeah, and Jay is 18 and she's 29.
Right.
Hey,
About to
man,
be 30.
I'm going to tell you, I ain't mad at little brother.
I ain't mad
You know
at
what I'm
him either,
saying?
man.
He's
I ain't
love
mad
it.
at
On the real, if I was 18
bad.
and a hot 29 like that, I'd be
Yeah.
like,
Right.
"Jeez, miss me what you saying. You know what I'm
And
saying?
first of all, I just
My
want to
mom
say,
could have called me and be like, Mama, come on now. Get off.
I just want to say this on the record, okay? If you think Blac Chyna don't know how to suck a dick, you got her all the way fucked up.
Oh, God.
All
Jesus
the way
Christ.
messed up.
I'm taking
And I'm
my
gonna tell
pants
y'all
off. Fuck
why.
this. Can I take my
Because
pants off? Hold on.
sometimes-
Say it slow. Dim the lights down. Turn the light down now.
Turn the mood music
yeah.
on.
Say what you going to say.
Okay, all I'm saying is,
Because we saw the video.
okay, but listen, let me tell you something. Sometimes, you got a motherfucker sitting on your chest and
Angle, okay,
But
angle.
sometimes, when you give oral, okay, sometimes it's a cute little, nothing OD, and sometimes you OD on it, right? Don't ever for a second think that my bestie, my sister, Blac Chyna can't suck a dick. I'm sorry.
You know what? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take your word
Y'all
for
gonna
it.
stop talking about my friend? No, I swear to God, because you just look at Blac Chyna. Just look at her. You think that she really is incapable of going ham on a D? You're crazy.
Yeah, I was definitely a doubter.
You're
about
out of
that.
your mind.
You're so real.
See, I didn't
You're
really-
out of your mind.
I
Was
didn't
she
really
bothered
peep
by
it, so I
that
can't.
people
I don't
think
have a
that?
place to stand.
China ain't
conversation
bothered.
like
that.
China ain't bothered by nobody.
Hell no.
No.
I guess I got to watch it again. I didn't really peep it, so I don't have no. I don't
She
have
lives
no
her
real.
best life.
Okay,
for sure.
good.
I can't have an opinion on it.
Because a part of me would be like, damn, I need to release another video, make sure people
Like,
know.
hold on, that wasn't the best clip.
But that's
Hold
making
on,
people
there's other
feel.
clips.
Yeah, but that's
I
like,
know.
I gotta correct
But
it.
I don't have their kind of confidence. That's why.
I think she probably felt more bad. Like, damn, like I could really OD on a D, and like they're
Feel like
playing
they
me
captured
right now.
my
Yeah.
worst work.
Right.
You know what I'm
I should
saying?
have seen this video.
Yeah, call me on the night off when I was bad in the gym.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
Like don't show it to the championship game. All right, so what we learned there is that China can really throw down on the D.
Come on,
And
man.
that's on the
Come
She
record.
on.
don't care what nobody says.
Come on, man.
That is on the record from Amber Rose.
Alrighty, so we're on. Yeah, and you said on the record. She did say on the record.
On the record.
Alrighty, so we are on the record. And then China hit us
Go
up
ahead.
and let us
Blac
know
Chyna
if
ambassador
Amber
right here.
Rose can really throw down
Oh
on the
my
D.
God. I can't.
You can't.
She's like,
No, I can't. No, I
you
was
can.
just-
Okay. No, okay. I didn't know what I can't. I didn't know what I didn't know what I can. I mean, like, oh, big. I can't. She's the Messiah. Amber, how do I pronounce this? Lelo. Is it?
Lay low.
Lay low.
Lay low.
Get it, lay low.
Hello.
Cleverly hit it there. Now, what is lay low?
So lay low.
And first off, congratulations too. 'Cause
Yeah.
Thank you.
I heard something else. You know what I'm saying? Cha-ching. But congratulations to you on lay
Yeah, a
low.
little something light, you
As
know.
it should be. Hello. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I got 1, 2, 3, 4,
Hey,
5, 6,
hey.
7, 8, 9, 10 M's in my bank account.
Come on, get out of my pocket.
Hello. Big, get out my purse. You know what I'm saying? But no, what is lay low?
So Laylo is my adult toy line, and I brought some gifts for you. I actually have 2 huge boxes out there, so everyone can
I
get
know,
a
I'll put
gift.
them in the car.
So don't be fighting.
Yeah,
for
put 'em in the car.
I'll put them in the car, Jack.
So basically, I have all of them up here, and I'll show it to the camera.
Mm-hmm.
And
All right, now what I want you to do is show
yes.
each one to the camera and explain what we're looking at here.
Okay, this is the GG. So this is for the G spot. So basically, you
Thank
would,
God, because it's
and
hard to find.
You would
Most men
insert
don't know where
this
that's
in your
at.
vagina, girls, and guy, and
Okay.
your woman. And this top part right here will massage the G-spot. And it also has different settings of vibrations.
Got it.
This part, this is the low key. So
Oh shoot.
this
low
will
key.
go up on your clitoris, and this will go inside you. And
Does that vibrate too?
It vibrates as well.
How much
Yes.
is that? No. Just
So pretty.
Well, we have a 20% off deal, but you guys get everything for free here.
Hello.
Hey,
Yeah.
you get a
Jesus.
toy.
Yeah.
You get a toy.
You
get a Layla.
You get a twat trickler. You get a twat trickler.
This is another one if you like it a bit
Dude,
rougher.
these look very nice.
let me
Don't
see.
they?
These you
With
could
the-
put in
like
your
the-
luggage and people won't know exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I could smooth be on a
That's
plane
what I
like you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
All right, now what is this one here?
So this is similar to this one, but this is if you like it a little more rough, you could take this one. It's
That
the
one's really
Soraya.
pretty.
Hey, dude,
If
now
you like
when
that
she
one.
say if you like it a little
Yeah.
more rough,
Right, that
right?
kinda scares me
And
a
if
little
she
bit.
laid them all out, would y'all be a little like apprehensive to pick it up, even though you wanted it?
I would get that one.
That one, the more aggressive one.
I just think it's really pretty.
Go
Yeah,
ahead
it
now.
is.
Like a
It is.
challenge.
Yeah, but really.
And so this one is the aura. So basically, you hold it on this side. It's like it simulates oral sex. So it has different set. It goes in circles. It goes up and down. It goes side to side. It vibrates at the same time. You can make it faster, slower. This is Jessica's favorite. She loves this
Amen.
one.
Oh, Jess,
Dips
no!
That's like a.
Not you. No, not my Jessica.
Yeah, that's Jessica's favorite. And this is the couple's ring. And so it expands. You would put it, over your penis. And so if you leave the big part up, it would hit her clit. And underneath, it would hit your balls. This also vibrates as well.
That's cool.
Hey, man, I don't think, and I love you too, Amber. You know I love you, but I don't think I've ever paid that much attention to you in my life. You know what I'm saying? This
Very
smooth
informative.
is shot with my mouth. I'm like,
This was like a, like a home shopping network.
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Boy, good Lord have mercy.
I love how pretty they are.
Yeah, man.
Me too.
Look
It's
at
very
you.
nice
What,
looking.
it vibrated
They're
out your hand?
clean.
Look at
elegant.
it. Hey,
Sorry,
man,
I was too excited.
She over there thinking what she gonna do with it later.
It's always like all vibrating herself.
Now, how do you know exactly, like, okay, how, aside from just Amber Rose coming in with Lay Low, are you kind of involved more so in, like, okay, this is what I want this one to do, this is the way it should look, this is the sensation it should have?
So what happened is that I tried a Lalo product and I became
So this was around beforehand and you just, boom. See how you
Right.
introduced it to the masses,
Exactly.
though?
And
Hello.
so I tried a Lalo product. I was absolutely obsessed. I'm pro masturbation. It's the safest sex in the world.
Ain't it, though?
And there's nothing
so
like
true.
knowing your body. And so what I did was, went to my manager and was like, hey, hook me up so we can do like a collaboration. And that's exactly what we did. So I picked the best products that I like and I wanted to give it to my fans and so they can also enjoy themselves.
That's dope.
Good Lord. And you say that masturbation is the safest sex that you could have.
It is, yeah.
Let me ask you this. Are men bull dookian when they say, I don't need that?
I think it's intimidating for men because they feel like their penis isn't good enough and they can't please a woman, but they have to know that penetration does feel good to most of us, but it's a lot of clitoral stimulation that would make us orgasm. And so to have toys incorporated into the bedroom will actually help us have an orgasm because you guys get to come every time and we don't.
Yes.
So,
Say it.
it's just like looking out for your girl. It's not that you're not good enough. It just gives us a little boost, a little helping hand.
And that's what I tell cats too. I say, man, you know what, dude? Like, I would love, like, I could totally pull my refrigerator out of my crib if I had to. But if I had a dolly that assisted me
Right.
and made it easier, oh, come on, man. I don't have that dolly
Right.
pretty much all the time, right, Veronica?
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
and guys, like, don't be selfish,
Man.
look
Say
out
it
for us
louder.
as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then plus, if you look out for your queen first, because we can go at any
Then
time.
she gonna go
Yeah.
ham on the D. Right.
Damn.
But we can go anytime. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You get your queen there first, then you could just, okay, cool. You there? All right, now I can go. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
exactly.
But don't go and then try to be like, I owe you one. Like,
Yeah, right.
Baby, you okay?
Which usually happens, so
Go get that purse.
for sure.
Go buy that purse you wanted. You know what I'm saying?
I always find it so interesting with women that have, or at least they claim, to have never played with themselves or masturbated because
That's all women I know.
No, a lot of women are so like embarrassed to say like, yeah, I've tried it. And I've always said like, if you don't know how to please yourself, can't nobody else please you. Like, it's, I don't know why so many women are so scared of it.
Well, you know, when a lot of women say that they like never had an orgasm, like from sex, you know, these toys actually help you get there without the toys eventually because you get to know your body. And, you know, you got to make the ugly faces. You got to move your body the way you need to move your body in order to feel good. A lot of girls, you know, they're always trying to look pretty during sex.
Like
instead of really like putting it on them and pleasing yourself, you know, so... but these can definitely help.
Have you ever
get there.
made a man physically cry? Like, I mean, like really either just looked at you or you did something and you looked at him and you was...
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Moving along.
Yeah, exactly.
I also have the Slut Box.
Oh, hello. Oh, we're back. All right. Now, what is in this? Is this the monthly here?
Yeah, so this is a monthly subscription to the Amber Rose Slut Box. And basically... it's beauty products, it's apparel, it's all kind of amazing things in there. Also, what I'm doing is that I'm hitting up companies and we're going to put really expensive, amazing things in certain boxes. So you never really know what you're going to get.
MySlutBox.com.
MySlutBox.com. And yeah, it's a bunch of amazing things that come in here every single month. So you'll be pleasantly surprised when you receive this at your house.
Amber Rose, do you see yourself having more little ones?
I want to.
With
I
me?
want
No, just playing. All right. You what?
You have kids.
You already have.
No, I'm talking about me and my
Your
wife. I'm
wife?
talking about at the same time. Her and my wife pregnant at the same time. Get your heads
My
out.
bad.
Just making sure.
Boy, these little ladies.
Because you
boy.
just said with me.
I'm so glad that I was already married before I met y'all because y'all would have been all over me.
All over him.
All over me.
Totally.
Yeah.
All
over.
Thank you. No.
I do want to have more children. I just, you know, I got to figure out, you know.
Who's the lucky? I mean, who's the father?
Who's the lucky guy? Yeah, for sure.
Would you go back to Wiz knowing that y'all create? Is that always an option? Like, we create beautiful kids.
You know, Wiz and I, it's funny because we, you know, when we met, we fell deeply in love and we got married and we had Sebastian and it was beautiful. And then we had like a really rough time, like going through a divorce. And now we're like best friends. So he could be like, all right, Ann, you got bash for the week. I'm about to have mad bitches at the crib. I'm about to go ham. And I don't feel jealous or angry or weird because in a way it's like he's just my family. Like it's like we became like best friends and family.
You had to arrive there too, though. You know what I'm saying?
I think we both did. You know, and so like for me to, you know, go back and have a baby, it's just such an intimate thing that we're just not there anymore. We're just more so like just family. Like we don't have that type of relationship that we would lay down and make another baby.
Damn. So it's gonna be a minute then. It's gonna be a minute.
I'm waiting, man.
Would you like really hope for another boy or would you hope for a girl?
I want a girl.
Go ahead now.
Yeah, a boy and a girl, and then I could be done. A boy and a girl.
Perfect. How did you and Wiz find that happy medium? I guess, and I know you guys did go through a lot, but I feel like there is a lot of people that are going through a divorce and are having a hard time co-parenting. What do you think was the key thing for you and Wiz?
And it's got to be even more difficult because
you guys,
the status,
in the public eye,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think the thing about Wiz and I is that we love our baby so much that, you know, we had to put our feelings aside because, you know, like initially you like, you got bitches around my kid and you got to do, you know, and then it got to the point where I was like, you know what? Wiz loves his son. Even if he has other women around my baby, I know that he's going to protect my son at all costs. And I can't sit here and be jealous because I'm not with him. So like, for example, when Wiz had his last girlfriend, you know, I kind of really liked her. Shout out to Izzy. I really liked
Izzy?
her.
So pretty.
I liked her because, you know, like when my son would come home and I'm like, yo, what's Izzy like? You know? And he's like, Mommy, she's really nice and she plays with Nerf guns with me and she's like really cool and like I like to like hang out with her. And as a mother, that makes me feel good when my son is at his father's house and he's around people that are nice to him and sweet to him, you know? And so once you get over the hurt and pain and the jealousy, you come to the conclusion that, you know, you guys aren't going to be together. You're going to be family forever. And hopefully we can bring amazing people into Sebastian's life, you know, while dating and stuff like that. So,
Amber Rose, I want to put you through the hat of forbidden questions.
oh, God.
Alrighty, now, if you thought some of these questions were a lot already, I want to put you through the hat. And as many times as I've had you in the neighborhood, Amber, you have never been in the hat of forbidden questions.
Never.
Today
Is your day.
is your day.
God bless me.
God bless you.
You got
Alrighty?
this.
Amber Rose in the hat of forbidden questions, ladies and gentlemen. This right here, Amber,
real hat.
this is the hat.
It is a hat. It's
The top
an
hat.
actual hat. Okay.
Okay, and each one of these questions I'm going to ask. I'm going to go into the hat of forbidden questions,
Okay.
and I'm going to pull out the question. I'm going to read you the question. At that point,
Can I
when
plead the fifth ever?
you can, but when I ask you the question, you're going to answer, and one of the answers are going to be one of these faces here.
Jesus Christ.
It's going to be either 21.
Yeah.
21. It's going to be Wiz.
Uh-huh.
It's going to be Machine Gun Kelly.
Come on, man.
So you know what the next one is then.
Kanye.
It's going to be Kanye.
Okay.
Alrighty, so you go ahead and you take those right
You gonna
there,
get me
Amber.
in so much goddamn trouble.
No, because I'm not answering. You're going to get yourself in trouble.
It's all on you.
Alrighty now.
You got this.
Had a
Amber.
forbidden question. Now I want you to look at each one of those, and as you answer, hold it up to the camera. Alrighty now.
What has been the limit, Big? Like 10 of those cards?
She won't get 10.
No.
Yeah, she will.
And that's not just saying you won't get 10, like, oh, you.
Yeah.
Amber, you can do
This
it.
ain't me faking and all that stuff, but you will not do 10. Alrighty now.
I need to fill this with vodka.
All right.
Yeah, some liquor
Can you
curd.
go get us something from
Tequila
the get
somewhere. I know
down?
we've got tequila somewhere.
Alrighty now. Alrighty. Amber Rose had a forbidden question. Who would not last long in prison? Hold up the face. Look at the face. Either 21, Machine Gun Kelly, Kanye, or Wiz. And if it's a couple, then you hold them up. Oh, Kanye West would not last long in prison. Alrighty. Who would shove you out of the way to save themselves? Amber Rose had a forbidden questions. Who would shove you out of the way to save themselves?
I think they will all save me. But like, you know, like when I was with these people, they were very good to me.
I heard that. Now let's say today, who would shove you out of the way? Jesus Christ. Kanye. Alrighty now. This is an easy one.
Easy.
Who has the ugliest nipples? 21 Savage,
I don't know.
Kanye West, Machine Gun Kelly, or Wiz Khalifa? Who has the ugliest nipples?
Come on, man.
God damn, Kanye can't win.
I really don't remember his nipples.
maybe
You're
the
making
next
me
one.
pick one. So
Alrighty. Who is most likely to have had anal sex?
none of them.
None of them.
No.
Alrighty now. Make it sound like it's a bad thing. Alrighty now. Who is not full of bullshit?
Who is not full of
Who is
bullshit?
not full of bullshit? 21. He said like he wouldn't be full of bullshit.
No, he's definitely not full of bullshit. You're saying now? I mean, or like when I was with these
Yeah, just
people,
overall. Yeah, just overall.
I'm gonna
All
go,
of them?
I'm gonna go with all four.
Alrighty now.
Good to know.
Who is the best kisser?
You really want to get me in trouble out here?
Not at
all. My heart is with 21. I'm gonna go with 21.
21.
He's the best
Good choice.
Who is the most arrogant? Okay.
Bruh.
Kanye. There it is right
Easy
there.
answer.
She went through that. All I had in the hat.
I told you she would do it.
Had a forbidden questions, ladies and
Get it,
gentlemen.
girl.
Man, now off here, I was just asking Amber Rose. I was like, dude, I said, every time I see you, you always look brand spanking new, always clean. You're glad, everything, like your hair. And I'm just sitting here and I'm like, dude, I cut hair. I have a barber shop. And I don't look like what you look like every day. That's why I was like, dude, I'm going to sneak up on her one day and I'm going to see you off your
Nah,
game. And you was like, nah.
Nah.
Okay, the haircut that I'm looking at now. When was that haircut done?
This morning before I got hair.
Wow.
That's
So I got my
crazy.
hair cut probably 2 days ago, but it grew out a little bit. Like the part grew out a little bit, and I don't like to go anywhere where my shit is just not on point. And so like I pay my barber like monthly, so he has to come a bunch of times throughout the month because I like to always be
And
fresh.
any and every time.
Yeah.
What
But
does
he
it
only
look
lives
like?
5 minutes from me, so it's easy.
If you off your game though, what would your hair look like if you?
Well,
If
I'm
you-
not a natural blonde.
Okay.
I have really dark brown hair naturally. And it just kind of grows outwards and then down. But yeah, I stay with a fresh cut. I shave my legs, my underarms every time I get in the shower.
Damn.
Like that became a routine for me, especially like when I was a dancer years ago. Like you have to shave every single day so you don't get no razor bumps.
Not the spots I went to.
And yeah, right.
Hold my baby, all right?
But you know, oh my baby.
You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, so I don't know. I'm just very I'm just like that. But I do wear things twice, like especially like shoes. Like I have shoes from like 7 years ago that I just keep. Like I love like combat boots and stuff like that. I keep for a long time. But as far as like actual like
Is it hard for
like I'll probably never wear this again.
Can I have it? No. Is it hard for a dude to keep up with you? Because I would be like, man, my hair not even there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No, but I mean the good thing about being with me is that I always have a barber at the house, so you're always gonna get a haircut. Like I'm
easy
always
call.
gonna make sure you're
like getting
fresh.
a chair
together.
Yeah.
And you were saying you wouldn't cut your hair.
No,
Like,
I said,
and I was
I
asking
wish-
Amber. I said, did you know you would look that good when you cut your hair off? And you said, yeah.
Yeah, so like in my book, How to Be a Bad Bitch.
Hello.
You know, I talk the first chapter. I talk about having a vision of yourself and what you want to look like. So I like this was like premeditated. Like I thought about what I was gonna look like before I actually did it, and I was like, man, I really want to just have like a buzz cut, and I want to dye it blonde. And you know, I'm from Philly. You know, Eve was really popping back then too, as well. But I just went. Actually, I wasn't supposed to go this low, but the barber went really low, and I was like, oh shit, and I started crying. But I wanted it so bad, and then I dyed it blonde, and it's been 14, 15 years now.
Damn. And then when you put on a wig, that's a whole different look too.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was
I
like,
look
Lord
like a
have
whole
mercy.
different
Different
person.
person. Because
too.
when
Like,
we were
who
at
is that?
I think it was the VMAs. At first, I was like, damn, that girl's dress is. Wait, it is him. Like
Right.
it took me a second
Rose!
to. Yeah.
Have any questions?
Always like that.
Now, would you cut your hair?
I
think you gotta
want
do it and
to.
own it, though.
I've been saying that for the longest, but I don't think I can pull it off.
You
can
could
ask anybody.
If
in my
I
family.
could cut my
Go
hair
like
off
this,
and
let's
had
see.
this thing
No,
right here,
I can't.
So what
pull it off.
what I
Cut your
used to
hair
do is I used to put my hair in a low ponytail and kind of look at it from the side with the mirror, and I'm like, damn, I got a really nice shaped head.
You do.
I don't.
And then I
have a
just
flat
did it.
head. I have like no. I'm serious.
we should
You
do
have
it.
a beautiful face.
Let's do
She
it.
does. Like Ide's features
Oh,
would
yeah, she
pop
shouldn't
even
cut her
more.
hair.
Yeah. You said she shouldn't.
I have a flat ass head in the
She
back.
kept it real. Okay.
I swear,
okay.
I have a flat ass head. Like I don't have a nice, pretty little oval shape or something.
It doesn't pop like when you have a
There ain't no Botox you can get for that, like shooting the back.
fillers.
fillers.
Yeah,
There ain't no-
get some fillers in
I have a
here.
spot right there too.
There ain't no lump filler.
No,
Nah,
like,
she
you
should
just straight up
cut
like
her hair.
She shouldn't?
No.
Okay, well, that's real talk.
Real talk.
Yeah, because you love everybody.
She's beautiful,
And you
though.
keeping it real with her.
Yeah.
All righty. Oh,
flat.
well, okay. Well, at
It's
least we know.
sad.
You know what I'm saying? At least
I know
we
I
know.
can't do it.
Yeah, yeah.
But when I'm old and I don't give a damn, I'm gonna do it.
do it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And
That's
no,
when I'm
I
gonna do it.
No, listen. Now you can have a short haircut. You can do like a Halle Berry type of short haircut. That would look beautiful.
I want.
But
this
as far as doing
buzz.
this, it might be too
I feel
short.
like that to
Hey,
do
dude,
it.
I think you should do it anyway. And whatever somebody say, you own it. If you want
She has to feel
own it.
comfortable with
Yeah.
herself.
Can you imagine how much comedy I get out of that?
You wouldn't let it go.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'd walk
oh
out of
my
here crying
God,
every
man.
single day.
No, because there's a lot of things that
No,
we
but
don't
your
say
face
about
is
you.
so beautiful. You
Yeah.
really could pull off anything.
Thank you, Amber.
There it is. I mean,
Just be
of course
nice
she gonna
now.
say that after she
Right.
ditched you. Of course.
She's like,
Yeah.
no, don't do it. Wait, your face is beautiful.
Yeah.
Wait.
Hey, dude, I love
No, but
how
it
she was like, your
is.
face is beautiful, girl. Do it. And she felt it. She was like, no, don't do it.
No, but you know what? Like she can get a short haircut where the hair kind of covers the flat
flat
spot.
part.
Or do it like the Hare Krishnas where you have it bald and then you just
So
have a
dumb.
little
Just
piece
have a little-
hanging out.
That thing is.
Just
I
have
don't
a
like that.
piece hanging out.
I'll just leave my hair the way it is. I'm gonna give me some
Silly.
extensions.
Or
actually.
we
I'm
could
gonna
do
go
that. Lay low, SlutWalk,
Slutbox.
slutbox.com. What else are you working on?
Well,
like you become just a brand. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
for
Newer.
real.
Yeah.
Yeah, I work a lot. I actually have a list of things. So I have my vape pen line coming out from Candy Pens. Yeah, and so they're really, really beautiful. I created like a whole little thing that you can open up, and it's kind of like a champagne color with gold. It's really, really cute, and put whatever you want in it.
Go ahead now. Do you vape?
I ain't gonna. I do. Yeah,
ahead now.
I like it. I don't do the hash oil. I don't smoke weed. But you know, whatever you want to do.
Whatever you want to put in yours, you purchase it.
You know, yeah, that's your business.
And when does that come?
When does that come, Kara?
Go ahead
Next
now.
couple months, okay. And then so I have a clothing line coming out with Fashion Nova.
So your own section of clothes?
Yeah,
You're designing it?
Yeah,
they,
I have my.
They just branched out too because they started doing a curvy line as well.
I love it.
So
Yeah.
I love what they're doing.
Yeah, so I have my own fashion line coming out, Fashion Nova, and so that's why I
Could
post
you
Fashion
wear
Nova
your
con-
fashion line? Like as far as like women that do have the curves and women, you know, all up
absolutely.
and down. That's dope.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because it's mine. And then I'm working on my SlutWalk documentary.
Oh, wow.
And so I have 3 years of footage, and we're going into the 4th year of SlutWalk, and it's just going to be such a
Amber,
huge documentary.
you gotta do that.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm working on that now, and I'm also working in the crime space, the TV crime space, which I'm really obsessed with, and I actually just got a show doing something like that. I can't really say exactly. I also have another documentary that
on a roll.
that I
should've asked you this
wrote
earlier.
that a lot of people are very excited about that I'm working with. And you know, I'm always kind of thinking, you know, and these are all things that I'm very passionate about, but I have a movie as well, and so I'm really, really busy. But definitely a lot of TV is coming up.
Amber,
for
you're
me,
not gonna
so.
do another television show. You got your podcast, right?
Yeah.
Because I think there is such a place for you. You know what I'm saying? And
They
unapologetic,
won't give it to me, Big.
but not crazy unapologetic, not rude, not, you know what I'm saying? Like the show that you had, where were you at? Were you VH1?
Yeah.
Dude, and you saw how I used to call you on that.
Yeah.
I cannot understand why they would not greenlight
My
a
fans
show.
don't understand either. My fans are like, Amber, when you gonna bring it back? Like, we needed that. And I'm like,
And the one thing
they won't give it to me.
there's people that's diehard to you, Amber Rose. There's people that love you, and then the ones that don't know or talk the most crap are the ones who will view also the most.
Right.
It's crazy.
Yeah, they
Like I would
won't
call
give me
you
that
like,
show.
dude, your show is. So, I would just call her, and like, dude, your show is so good. And I would
Thank
tell the neighborhood,
you.
like, dude, are y'all watching this?
Yeah. Well, the thing of it is, I mean, I said this before. They put me on Friday night at 11 o'clock, which, like, you know, my fan base is out at the club and, like, you know, living their best lives. And so they will, the ratings weren't the ratings that they ideally wanted for the show. And I'm like, well, why don't y'all put me on a Monday at like 7
I'm
where
at the
people are in
crib.
the house? Like, you know, and they kind of, you know, people are scared of me because I'm too controversial for them. I'm too out, like I have an adult sex toy line. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You know, when you come to my house, I have pictures of vaginas everywhere. And, you know, people are like, well, you have a son. Like, what do you, and my son's like, it's a vagina. Like, who cares?
And he closer to it. He just came out of one.
Right.
That's all.
He's just
You know what
like,
I'm saying?
that's a woman's private part. Like, what's the problem? But I raised my son very open and free. And so, like, you know, like to have my show again, they're just scared of it. But I did just get a deal. Oh shit, I can't talk about that. Fuck.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't talk about that.
All right.
Sorry. But yeah, so hopefully I will have something close to the talk show coming
It's
out
gotta
soon.
be, man. And I would think that they would just let you do what you do. The best thing is if you're a camera operator, this person, that person, do your job and just
That's what I be
nobody could
telling
write
them,
it.
man. But you know, Dr. Phil really he believed in me, and I want to give a big shout out to Dr. Phil because Dr. Phil, Jay McGraw, his son, like the whole Dr. Phil team, they really believed in me big, and they were just like, Amber, this is what you're meant to do. Like, but the networks, it's just the networks, they won't give me the outlet to be free.
Hey, dude, when somebody really do it right and because what I watched, it wasn't you didn't do it right. If somebody really just said, let you do it,
Right.
and let you do it right, it's going to be a gang of people that's going to say, man, I could have had that project. And
Well,
I let
I'll get it
go.
one day, and then
Yeah,
they'll
hell
all
yeah.
gag and be
Yeah.
like, "Damn, man, I should have
We
jumped
messed
on
up.
it."
Big Boys
Big
Neighborhood,
Boy.
Amber Rose. Definitely want to thank you for coming into the neighborhood and
Thank you
hanging
for
out with
having
us.
me, man.
You
I
the
love
realest
you
in the
guys.
field. We get dudes that come in talking,
Yes.
I'm real. You ask them questions like,
Not even. No one can
Crickets.
come
Oh,
close.
no.
And I
Answer
bought you.
that.
I always bring presents for you
yes,
guys.
you
So I
do.
bought you a bunch of slut hats.
Hey, dude,
and-
can you
I'm
please
gonna add it to my mother hat.
just show the hats that's going down?
Yeah,
The
I
first
bought-
one is
I bought slut. I bought fucker because you know my name is mother.
Mother?
So motherfucker. And then
Ooh, I like.
a black mother one.
go ahead now.
I love black on black.
Yeah, and so and some more slut ones.
I feel
over
so
here.
bad. We never bear gifts with her.
I know.
You know, whatever. It's all
No,
good.
no. It's all gravy. No,
I got-
here
Yeah.
you go.
There it is.
Oh, she's gonna love that.
Here you go. This is yours right
What's
here.
it?
honey.
Mixed nuts.
No, this is spotted dick sponge right here.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we get you something else. We get you something else aside from that. I thought for sure. If
different.
you want one, if you want to plunge, get you a spotted dick sponge.
Oh my god.
So one of our sponsors right there. Thank you for coming into the neighborhood. Amber Rose
Thank
in the
you.
neighborhood. Big Boys
Big Boy.
neighborhood.